As you know, he used to be a flack for Tip O'Neill and then a speechwriter for Jimmy Carter, both of whom were illiterate. He's pulled this stuff before. He's a Democrat hack. His wife is a Democrat hack. He comes from a long family of Democrat hacks. And then he writes these books like he's some kind of historian. Right, Mr. Bitters? Didn't his publisher or publicist contact us and ask us to put him on the radio? The guy is a complete media prostitute. And he's dumb as hell. When Gabby Giffords was shot and the federal judge was murdered and that guy was a complete nut, he wasn't motivated by politics at all, he immediately came after Sarah Palin, me, and Michael Savage. Now we have a Jew hater who hates Trump, who slaughters 11 congregants, Jewish temple goers. And he brings on the bigot, Steve Schmidt, in order to give him voice after what he already said. And this is MSNBC. So I have to believe that Comcast wants this. I have to believe NBC supports this. I have to believe Andrew Lack, who just fired Megyn Kelly over a blackface comment, I have to believe Andrew Lack has no problem with this bigot. No problem with Joy Reid. No problem with Al Sharpton. Or the entire lineup. Or they wouldn't be there. I have to believe Time Warner has no problem with CNN. But I have to believe that over there, Andrew Lack has no problem with Joe and Mika. Here they were this morning. Cut 11, go.
But the problem here, Mika, is not only is the media arm complicit.
So Fox is the media arm of Trump, you see. Despite the fact a Harvard study said that 52% of the Fox stories are negative to Trump and 48% are positive. That is, it is, whether people want to hear this or not, it is the most legitimate news outlet going. 80% negative from CNN. 80%. Go ahead.
Yeah. Complicit. They are actively engaging in the fear-mongering and the lying and the hatred and the racism.
This is what we didn't expect.
When you talk about the others bringing smallpox to America when it was eradicated, as Willie said, in 1980.
You're not right.
When you're talking about leprosy being brought to the United States by a caravan that is not going to even exist by the time it gets up to the United States if what happened in April happens this time as well. You have members of Congress that are spreading this hatred as well. So no, they are far worse than complicit. Their hands, their fingerprints are all over this lie. They are spreading this racist lie. Think about this. Think about this. If you're a stockholder of a certain media company, the stock that you were
just
holding,
listen to his inane incoherence. He's so filled with rage. He's so furious that he's a small timer on TV. He's got to keep playing to that social circle. You see, Joe Scarborough is not a racist. Well, how do we know? Because he says so. Well, how do we know? Because he says so. Mika Brzezinski's not a racist. Well, how do we know? She says so. And by calling other people racist, you see, as Shelby Steele has pointed out, written, has discussed frequently, you see, you cleanse yourself. And now you project onto somebody else. How do we know Joe Scarborough is not a racist? How do we know Mika Brzezinski's not a racist? We don't know anything about them. What kind of neighborhood do they live in? What kind of schools do their kids or did their kids go to? How do they treat minorities in their private lives? Are they with minorities in their private lives? We don't have any idea. None. None.